insanely strong, and it will be locked in. So now we get the 80 carry last pick, and it might just be Corki. I mean, that's fine. It's not going to be with Nami, but still a decent pick and definitely a ruler favorite.
Yeah, so they just buffed the 80 ratio on Quitz's Ren, but its subsequent 80 ratio on the spears, so it does build up a lot. It is pretty significant. You don't build a ton of 80 typically on Kalista, but it's still going to represent a decent amount of value. Corki comes in as just like a safe 80 carry. You know, the Ezreal was banned as something that can obviously circumvent the Jarvan. Corki also does an okay job of circumventing it. I don't think it's the greatest game to be playing Kalista into what Gen.G have, but they don't have that much point-and-click lockdown that's easy to like keep Peyz held to account. We've also seen Peyz have some fantastic Kalista games in his history. But yeah, I think really T1, you know, playing towards bot lane, you have the Rise. If you can get the Rise moving down towards bot lane, set it up for success.
These picks from Gen.G individually can get the job done. Looks like we're ready. Let's hop into the rift for game number 1. Okay, that's going to be flash out of Doran, just to get things started.
Nice move there, honestly. The Anivia is such a threat, level 1, having that long stun, especially with a Scion who can chain it. So getting Doran's flash early, a big win immediately for the side of Gen.G. We'll see if they can capitalize on that. Also in the bot lane, you know, it's Spellbook for Renata still, but we've seen a lot more bards going Electrocute. You know, Spellbook did get nerfed. Yeah, Faker took the safe route around. Oh.
Little team gank here coming in from Canyon. Gonna get the flash out of Korea, but Duro uses his own. So T1 able to avoid any danger down here.
And I think a lot of times, you know, you'd be like, okay, we ban Sports Flash, has a bard, let's see if we can punish, but it's very could have to try and ban the flash.
Faker is maybe in some trouble here. He's just gonna accept his fate, and that's first blood going over to Canyon.
They have a Honey Fruit as well to back them up, so they will look for that. Chovy might get chunked out here, but he does have Egg, so it's not too much of a big deal.
Yeah, he's got that back, and so that early trade from Faker to get the Egg doesn't really do all that much. Now you see Owner over the wall. Yeah, they're just gonna Fate's Call and throw in Korea, but it's not gonna get smited away, and now we do have the Bard ult to come down. The Crescent Guard Canyon does go in, and Ruler, Valkyrie's in. Double stun does come out here from Duro. Not able to get Peyz though, is Chovy in a bit of trouble. He's gonna have to flash the wall. Ruler with the big one, so close. But they do just walk it off. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You know,
it's like a glitch in the Matrix or something. Like,
yeah, I think Carrier kind of he threw himself in, expecting to die.
Doran's gonna get burst down big time here, super low, and now he's gonna level up to level 9. Might help him out a little bit, but eventually has to flash and just dies to the follow flash, and that's Keen with the solo kill.
Clean from Keen there, finding the solo kill onto Scion. The rest of T1 not really what you want to see, but honestly not as surprised. I feel like we see so many Scions solo killing Jaces.
Yeah.
Let's do the LCK. Oh, fight coming in here.
There's a guard available. Canyon might be able to get out. He's just gonna go in saying, well, I'm dead. And with no flash and a lot thrown at him, he is not going to get out.
Bit of an overstep, and
Faithful Duro an attempt to try to delay things at least, but...
Dead 2, is that the sequel to Dead 1?
Yes. Is the sequel... Okay, Ro's going to take 2 turret shots, and now Doran wants to get in and trade this, and he will! And even the flash used by Ruler.
Well,
not the cleanest one, but they got him.
With every play, there is an element of the positive and the negative. You know, so credit to Doran for finding that angle. But I don't know what Ruler was doing right there, and I'm not sure he does either, so...
Well, he accidentally took the cooldown.
It's always really hard to tell the timers in the replay. I guess it wasn't quite up.
Yeah, I think it's like pretty close. Maybe like 10 seconds out. Meanwhile, in live, Duro has his ult now, but he doesn't have his life. Yeah. And now we got a TP behind, as this hasn't been the cleanest game we've ever seen, but It is a game.
Oh,
as
that's Keen.
Keen's going to go in, and well, they can't really do any damage to him, so that's
They broke
one
his
thing.
shield.
Yeah. Just his presence. I mean, Doran doesn't have TP, so.
And this is buying time for Doran to get back here. That being said, Doran's getting a lot of gold off the back of this, so.
Yeah.
Also, it's Hextech Mountain Dragons. This
Okay, they'll just roll Infernal. Yeah.
Wow. So they're trying to get some vision in the area. They are moving, making moves over there.
Yeah. This time Canyon's not going to overstep, but he's going to hit that Wind Becomes Lightning, and Owner just has to flash out.
Yeah, good moves there.
Definitely the safe call. He wants to make sure he has a health bar if he's going to be in this fight. Wall does come down, but eventually will time out, and then Owner and the squad can get in. Little stun as Owner's going in, and it goes to 5, but it still goes the way of Canyon. As now Owner super low, trying to drag his way out once again. The hostile takeover is going to help, but now Canyon in an awkward spot. Some flashes away. Big stun on the Peyz, as now he's got the bailout, though. Picks up 1 kill, but he can't get away. That's just going to be Gen.G cleaning up in the Rift Herald pit. And even Doran has to flash away as the flash wall comes out from Chovy, and that'll be the end of Doran as well.
Huge teamfight win for Gen.G. I think T1 gave a lot of space. We're trying to re-engage, thought, this is better if we actually let them go.
But, yeah, this is like the perfect time to be very strong. Like, Keen is unkillable. Like, there's nobody who can kill him. The Rise is not online yet,
Yeah.
only the Rod of Ages, and you have Callista with the Borg, but at the same time, like, if you're in range of the Scion, it's going to take forever, first of all, and I don't think you're going to have enough time to take him down, so should be maybe just the Infernal Soul point to Gen.G.
Yeah. I mean,
Vision they have around that as well.
I know Scion obviously scales well, and having a big tank in the late game is great, but I feel like this point in the mid game, slow the game down to be like, hey, if we need to give up dragons, if we can't fight them, that's fine. Well, they're taking dragons for free. 3 dragons in pocket, gold lead, composition of skills really well.
An insane amount. As Chovy just getting in there, taking a full rotation, as now Temper Fate's going to come out. Trying to make a play here with the stun, as he does avoid it by hopping forward, but still Doran is taking an immense amount of damage. Flashes forward, though, and at least gets the kill, but he still dies to shoot.
Still showing the potential of that Jace damage if it's disrespected. Now, Herald is going to come down mid. They're going to TP Chovy in for this. And unfortunately for T1, they're not the ones with the champions who can stop a Herald, you know.
Yeah.
We've seen a few. The Yorick one, okay. I mean, good ghost value from Faker to dodge away from that. Gen.G's just still fishing for these plays. There's no huge emphasis on them getting this. But just anything they can burn is positive. But I think also... he has Flash.
Yeah, and he's got phasers too. Just going to use that to get away. They get the TP, though.
This is not a good spot.
As, yeah, Doran, no flash. Remember, he used it earlier. He's just dead. And now look at this, the Viking Scion, the train from the right side of the screen. Didn't even see that, as now Owner going to trap everyone and immediately die. As Korea gets in, Peyz gets in, and one by one, the T1 dominoes fall. Gen.G get the fight on their terms, and they dominate.
Fortunately for T1, pretty far in the hole already before this fight. The TP just was not a great spot for a Jace to be churning up. And
the lanes where they needed to, getting the objectives that mattered, and having such a powerful mid-game spike that T1 never had a chance.
I think it came down to that big fight around Herald, the execution there, and so many Gen.G games have come down to just this super crisp execution in these big fights. Now, Keen, his health bar is moving. I can see it.
I think it was an illusion, actually. I didn't see it much.
Moving in slow motion, maybe.
Yeah.
The problem is, this is Infernal Soul. Doran is pushing in the side lane, but they are suffering heavy defeats in the meantime in their own base. And that's going to be another tower down.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, Doran.
Well, he's got the Cinders to help him out, right? We got a little Realm War play here on a Chovy, who does not have his flash, so a nice little pick. Owner getting pretty low, but eventually has the bailout, which might time out. Chovy, though, should be. No, they're not even going to get the egg. He just walks it off. They don't have the damage. And now the flash forward here. Oh, wow. Gonna catch him. in transition, and now Doran is he's just dead again. Number 6 for him.
That transitioning at the Callista, like, where are we going? You know, action across the rift right now, but it looks like Gen.G.
This is just a masterclass. I mean,
Yeah.
not the most entertaining game, to be honest. It's just suffocation.
I think this is just what we expect from these compositions, right? T1 tried, they got an early lead, but not able to capitalize on that big fight. And if you make that one big mistake, Gen.G will crush you now. Faker.
Here's the, yeah. Not much you can do about that. He does live, though. Well, I say that, and he immediately dies. Cannon just going to get in there and poke him. And now Peyz doesn't have a health bar. He's gone. That's a double kill for Ruler, including the turret on top of it all. And that'll be game 1 in 25 to 26 minutes. As Chovy just padding those damage numbers. Gen.G make it look so easy as they suffocate T1 out of game 1.